one of the main reasons surrounding most high-performing men over 40 as of why they aren't able to make a permanent healthy lifestyle change for good. And one of those reasons is the ability to navigate certain social events or work outings without giving in to temptations. Because what ends up happening is sometimes they'll be invited out to lunch from a coworker, and then they could have been on track with their diet and then all of a sudden end up caving, right? Grabbing like a thing of chips if they go to a Mexican restaurant, or if they're going to a conference and all of a sudden there's just this buffet of food, and then all of a sudden they start caving. Or maybe they're invited late at night to something after a work outing, and now they're faced with a bunch of drinks and they may end up having one too many. So what I want to do is share with you 3 simple things that you can do if you ever find yourself in those situations or scenarios, so that you can be prepared to win and make sure coming out on top and be less likely to be tempted to give into certain things that may not serve you and your goals. So the very first thing that I would invite you to do is just to make sure that before any of these events occur, that you eat something beforehand. Now, it doesn't have to be a full meal. It can honestly be like a really high healthy protein snack. Something that is going to make sure that you have some sustenance in you and you're not going to go to these events starving. It doesn't have to be a heavy meal. It could be something light to make sure that you're less tempted to give in to temptations that are around you. The second thing I would invite you to focus on is when you're at these type of events, if you do end up giving in to these temptations, whether it's one too many drinks or you're having, a piece of pizza or something that you feel is definitely not serving you, understand it's okay, right? What I would say is in that moment, don't give yourself the permission of you had one slice of pizza, so now let's go grab a whole pie, right? In that moment, just have that one thing, notice that you had it, be aware of it, and understand it's okay. You can get back on track. You just got to focus on whatever that next meal is. The next strategy I have for you for surviving any kind of work event or social event is make sure if you are going to drink alcohol, to keep it as clear as possible. What I mean by that is if you can go for something like maybe vodka or a vodka tonic or something that is more of a clear liquor, the safer that you're going to be. Number one, you're going to feel happier quicker. And number two, you're not going to use all those excess calories like something like beer will do. So if you can do that and just make sure not have one too many, just have one or two, and then in between that have lots of water, I think what you'll find is you'll do less damage to the results that you're after, and you won't feel as much crap as if you just had a bunch of beers over and over or too many cocktails. And then my last final strategy for you to consider taking on, this is more of like a bonus, is when you go to these events, I invite you to be present while you're there. Oftentimes we get into these events and people want to fit in, right? Because it's just how we are as humans. They want to fit in. They don't want to be the oddball out. But I'm going to invite you that while you're there, focus on the people that are there. They don't care what you're eating or what you're drinking. They care about your attention. They want your attention and they want your engagement. So I would invite you to put precedent on them instead of just what you're going to eat and what you're going to drink. And I think what you'll find is you'll fall in line with, okay, we're here, we're having a good time, and I get to enjoy myself, but give yourself a little bit of leeway room and not go too out of control and just focus on the people that are there.